Welcome to Pouse Out of the House. Now you have just caught up with me in pretty much the same place I started my last motovlog video. I just popped out with Big Pouse. We've come for a quick blip, still trying to get this mileage up ready for our first service. He's just behind me. I have just lobbed this into map 2, or why is it back on 1 now? I just put that on 2. And that is strange. We'll try again. Ready? So we're going to hold the map button down there, let go of the throttle. Right, we're in 2. Okay, so here we go. We are in supermoto mode. Let's try and give this thing a bit of a ride then. Now moving on from yesterday, I got absolutely covered in flies. It was getting dark when I got home. Whoa! That car was reversing out there, a bit stupid really. So we just come out just to get the mileage up basically. So this one we'll try and do a bit less chatting today. I think I went over the problems we've had or anything I've encountered in the last video. A few little issues with the throttle, maybe being a little bit temperamental in mode 2 I noticed, but I think more so when I was going slow. And I've sort of found that when I'm going a bit slower, it's best just to lob it back into map 1. It's a little easier going when stuck behind traffic. But generally speaking, I'm still loving this bike. I've had no problems with it. I said before, I'm going for the wings exhaust, that's on order. DNA air filter with cover, so it opens up the airbox. Go and get a map on the rolling road over in Bristol after the service, and hopefully we will unleash these beasts. A little bit of front brake, not too much. And this thing is a monster. It's saying, beast me, beast me. Funny as well how you get used to a bike, because I found when I first had it I never knew what gear I was in. You know, you're getting used to the gearing, and now I don't even have to look, and every time I do look back I'm bang on. I know exactly what gear I'm in, and I can pretty much work out what revs I'm at as well. Husky prison, it's where all the baddies are locked up. What an absolutely beautiful day for it. Beautiful. Christmas trees, eh? I think it's a little bit early for that. It is roasting. Luckily I got the air jacket on. This was money well spent, this. I think I told you before, about 90 something quid in the winter. Bounces back up then to a higher price in the summer. I used this all last summer and this summer, and it honestly is like wearing a t-shirt. You don't know you've got it on really, but you've got all the padding. I'm sure it's not as good as full leathers obviously, but I mean, gives you a bit of protection, doesn't it, in this sort of weather. We just stopped because the engine management light's on again on Big Pouse's bike. Explain away.
So what happens, that comes on, I was in mode 2 anyway, but it turns traction control off, and it also turns the blipper and the quick shifter off. They both stop working, because now I know what the step. I tried it straight away, and they've gone off again. As soon as that light will go off, everything will...
Is that the engine management light there, is it?
But both times that's come on,
yeah,
is when we've been going through little lanes and stuff, right? So there's something wrong with my sensor on the traction control,
yeah,
and it's telling it it's played up, look.
right.
It's gotta be. Now what a lot of people have said is online, is some people put, there's a car coming in a minute, some people put washers in it, right? Some people put a washer in the sensor apparently,
Yeah,
and that turns it off. I'm wondering whether it's not adjusted properly, and it's doing the same thing that has happened to people. The gap gets too big,
yeah,
and it automatically turns the traction control off.
right.
But because the computer says it shouldn't be doing it,
It just knocks everything else off.
it's off. Now what they've said online is people say when they've done it, they run it for 100 miles, and then the engine management light turns itself off, and it all goes back to normal.
Right.
So I'm wondering if that's what's happening. Mine, it triggers a fault.
Is it still riding okay though?
Yeah, because I can't change the
quick shift?
yeah.
But the traction control is actually off as well, is it?
Yeah, because the light's on, it says off.
Right.
So you put it into mode 2, which means you lose ABS on the back anyway.
Yes.
In fact, I'm saying traction control. I don't know if traction control or ABS is the one that washer does.
Well, oh right, I see what you mean.
Turn playing up on it, it's turning traction control off. Here we are, I'll ride it home, it might turn itself off now.
Yeah.
It did last time, didn't it?
Let's go, is it? And I don't want to go blasting off now if his engine management's not working properly, because sometimes it does weird things. Last time he said the handling all seemed to go to pot, and he thinks it was something to do with the traction control was playing up. So he said it didn't feel right on the back. So he's going to have to take it a bit easy, just in case it's, like I say, there's no traction control, and who knows what it does to the fueling and whatever if it's playing up. So that's an interesting point. We'll try and get to the bottom of that when we have a service next week. We're going to get the I don't know, the service technicians or whatever you call them to have a look, see if they can find any of the previous faults and see what's going on with it, and I'll update you then basically. But I think probably now that's a good time to knock this video on the head. If you enjoyed the video or any of the topics or whatever in it, please give it a like. Feel free to comment below if you know anything about the engine management, you've had any similar problems with the 701. And finally, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, press that bell icon for regular notifications. I've been Pouse out of the house. Ta-ta, farewell.